Yeah, so I got a special topic for you actually. Cloning. I know you show your recent fondness towards that particular field. So like cloning humans to a lot of people and to a large extent considered as an unethical process for high rate of likelihood of loss of life, despite the fact that cloning human embryos has been possible for nearly 11 years, actually. And I'm still aghast to know that not a single human being or scientist even announced their intention to make one. I mean, think about the first ever cloning that happened back in 1996.
The headline on the other major news story today, to which we intend to devote some time, is very simple. Hello, Dolly.
I believe, was it Dolly, the name of the sheep? Yeah, and she was the first ever mammal to have been successfully cloned from an adult cell, as far as I'm concerned. So it was like almost like 30 years since then. I mean, I just want to know the thought process behind that cloning and stuff, you know?
Yeah. So, to create the dolly, what biologists did was first they took an egg from one sheep and removed its so called DNA carrying nucleus. Then they fused egg cells from another sheep and shot the jolt of electricity to the resulting cell. Obviously, this peculiar technique needed to be experimented and tested with a lot of trials and errors for an unsuccessful attempt of 250 times, actually. Eventually, the resulting cell started to grow and divide, which successfully injected into a uterus of sheep and finally became a healthy lamb. After that, the world began to panic and become somewhat paranoid like a maniac. This is because, even though the cloning was merely just a sheep, the discussion of human cloning had been dispersed, such as cloned designer babies and armies of cloned warrior slaves. It's crazy. They have already started to talk about this science fiction discussion a long time ago. Unfortunately, that leads to governments rushing to ban human cloning or even stating that they already had banned it.
So do you think if they didn't ban it, let's assume, could there be a possibility, even slightest, that there could be the first ever cloned human?
Unlikely. I mean, they are able to copy the gene of the individual itself, but the individual itself cannot be cloned. So, genotype they are able, but phenotype is super difficult. Even for the genotype, the technical obstacle is immense. Not only that, you also need to consider human rights and other ethical factors once they are born as a human. So, it was an interesting story, but far from possible.